mother's just been found guilty of sexually assaulting and abusing her daughter's young friends during booze and drug-fueled weekend slumber parties held at her home. It all began between September 2017 and February 2018, when 38-year-old Christina Greer allowed her 11-year-old daughter to organise sleepovers at the Papillion Nebraska home, involving half a dozen kids, including the victims, 2 boys aged 12 and 13. During this time, she let the kids consume alcohol and marijuana-infused gummy bears. Christina gave alcohol to one minor at least 50 times. She then made a move on the inebriated and drugged-up boys to have sex with them. Christina's daughter testified that she heard her mother and one of the boys in her room, and they were kissing. She also said that her mum had taken her to Walmart to buy some watermelon margarita mix for one of the sleepovers, and that she had poured the drinks for the children. She also said that her mother had warned her not to mention the sleepovers to anyone because she'll get into trouble and lose the kids if she got found out. A teenage witness also testified that Christina's daughter said that the boy was having sex with her mum at the time. After discovering that an investigation into the matter was being pursued, Christina immediately told the kids to delete any evidence from their phones, but a detective discovered explicit images of her on a victim's phone. The 13-year-old boy told the investigators that he had sexual intercourse with Christina at least 3 times during the nights he stayed over at the family's home. On Wednesday, the 10th of March, Christina was found guilty of 3 counts of first-degree sexual assault, 6 counts of child abuse, and 2 counts of witness tampering. Her sentencing will be held on the 19th of April, and she faces between 45 years to life in prison. A 50-year-old Washington woman has been arrested 23 years after she's been accused of dumping her newborn's body in a trash can at a gas station. The incident occurred on the 20th of November 1997 at a Chevron 24-hour Lake City convenience store, which is now a Shell outlet located at 8721 Lake City Way Northeast. Workers were shocked when they stumbled across the body of a lifeless baby boy in a trash can in the store's bathroom. The trash can liner was a clear plastic, so the employee emptying the garbage immediately saw the body. An autopsy of the child showed that the infant had been born alive 2 days prior, and the death was ruled a homicide. An image of the woman was captured on the gas station security footage, but despite numerous tips on the possible identity of the lady, it remained a mystery. A placental blood clot found at the scene allowed forensic scientists at the crime lab to develop the mother's DNA profile earlier on in the investigation, but it was never matched to DNA included in the CODIS DNA database, and the case went cold. In 2018, the case was reinvestigated. Using genetic genealogy and visiting ancestry websites, investigators were able to create family trees from the DNA and narrow the suspect down to a Seattle woman who was 27 years old at the time, who fit the description in the surveillance footage. Detectives then went undercover and observed the suspect and secretly obtained her DNA. That DNA was entered into the crime lab's database, where authorities received a match on the 31st of December 2020. The woman, whose name remains undisclosed, was arrested and taken into custody on the 11th of March at the King County Jail. She appeared in court on the 12th of March, and a judge set bail at $10,000 and found probable cause for second-degree murder. A charging decision is expected to be on Monday.